Well, again, it's been a while. What we talked a little bit about different family sides, Wildes, Bastions. Uh, who haven't we talked about enough? Who do you want to talk about now?
I don't know. I think I've talked about all of them, just about a more or less equal time.
Mm-hmm.
Been out of touch with my cousins. You know, I used to be more in touch with the cousins, but actually, I'm the only one left on the Reisner side. I have no cousins, no first cousins. Now I know where their children are. They know where I am, but you know, today's world we just don't get together.
Mm-hmm.
Now we did have on my birthday, my oldest brother's older brother has a daughter who's I could tell something about her. She's really made a name for herself.
This is your
This is Walter's daughter. Walter had several wives. He married when he first, I could talk about his family and my brother's families and the different ones.
Okay.
Both of the brothers were in World War II, and fortunately came home pretty much okay. Walter was a pilot of a P-47 plane. It's a fighter plane where the pilot does everything. He's the only one in the plane.
Is that the picture I've got with him and his
helmet?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. And he was not married when he went into the war. He had been engaged, and the young woman broke the engagement, gave him back the ring. And when he came home, the younger brother Albert had married before he went away. I think he was only 21, or barely 21. Not really sure of his age, but he was quite young. And was in Winfield, Kansas for a short time before going overseas. And he served in India with the Air Force Band from Randolph Field. Started off talking about Walter, so I should have stayed with that.
Is it Walter's letters you found today?
No, it's Albert's letters. I had Walter's letters before and sent them to his son. I hope that I'm correct in that. I think I am. And Walter had a son and a daughter. Albert had 2 daughters. Walter's children are both well and doing well and in good health. His daughter has recently received honors again in her profession, which is teaching. She didn't ever talk about In fact, she told me when she was on her way to college and stopped by here that she was only going because her father wanted her to do that. And she really said, she may not remember it herself, but she told me that just wasn't her thing. She really didn't want to. But by the time she had been there a while, she knew that she wanted to be.
And what was her name?
Her name is Galen Merrill.
Galen?
Galen.
And she's Albert's or Walter's?
She's Walter's daughter. Her mother is Ruth, and Walter met Ruth fairly soon after he returned to Austin, after the war was over, and he had been sent to the Pacific.
He flew in the Pacific.
He was, in one way, fortunate that he didn't get into fighting as much as some of the people he went there with, because he developed an ear infection, ear fungus in his ear, and was sent to Hawaii for R&R, and rather enjoyed his time there. And so we were fortunate that he was not lost in the war.
Did the ear fungus keep him out of combat?
Evidently it did, because that was the reason that I was given, that he was sent there. And so,
Did it affect his hearing later on or anything?
not that I know of.
What did he do after he got out of the
When he came home, then, in other words, when he was released, when all of them were released to return to their homes, he came back to Austin, and of course his brother was married, and many of his friends were, and I think he was ready to find a wife. So both of my brothers have been very good husbands, I think, and they're not here now to hear me say that, but I guess I could have told them at one time or another. I was very pleased that during the war they wrote letters to me as well as to my parents.